Hi, I'm Veronica.
I'm Tony.
How are you today, Tony?
Good. Welcome to Across the Street to Wooden Park, episode 4.
Wow, we're already at 4.
I know, it's gone by so quickly. We're having so much fun, aren't we?
Having a blast.
Recounting,
Talk the past.
okay, a blast from the past. Very good. Wow. You're a wealth of entertainment and knowledge that will never run dry. So this is going
I
to be
hope
great.
not.
Mm. So, you're uh, you're a crafty person, aren't you? You like to do arts and crafts and work with your hands.
Um, yes, I've always enjoyed creating stuff. Oh, there goes my magic word, stuff.
Hmm.
Creating things. I will look around the house or even on the street and find stuff.
I was talking about currently, but
Oh,
okay. And then I was going to draw the connection to your past. I really hope you're
yeah.
not walking around the streets picking up old hubcaps to make salad bowls. But let's take it there. My sister and I know you to be a very hands-on, crafty person. You like to try and make new things. But I guess this comes from your childhood, right?
Yeah, at a very young age, I used to like to build stuff, make stuff, paint
Hmm.
things. On the block where we lived, there was a gas station, Shell gas station,
Hmm.
and it had little bushes, and it was decorated with like a lot of rocks.
It just had
Um,
a really nice landscaping
yeah,
setup.
that's it, landscaping, and we would go to the gas station to buy like pop or bread or milk or
And for those outside of the Midwest, pop is cola or
yes,
soda.
yeah, and we would go buy pop or whatever they would send us to go buy. And one day I decided to pick up a bunch of rocks, and I picked up like about 10 of them. They were very pretty, and I took them. Well, I put them in my hoodie.
These were the like kind of white what is it, quartz or limestone or something used
Yeah,
around for
to
landscaping.
decorate. You're
Right.
right, right. Not the regular rocks that you would kick with your shoe when you're walking down the street.
Yeah. So now you're
Yeah.
stealing these rocks.
No, I did not steal them.
Did
I
you
picked
pay
them
for
up.
them?
No, they were
Did you
already on the
ask for them?
ground. No, because they were outside
Okay,
on the
then you
ground.
stole them.
No, I borrowed them.
You stole the rocks.
No, I permanently borrowed the rocks.
I've never heard that phrase to describe stealing. And you said that with such conviction. You believe this. You believe your own lie. I permanently borrowed.
Are you recording this?
This is this is all being recorded because if I told this to someone, they wouldn't believe me. And someone would say I permanently borrowed.
Well, Tony, they were on the ground. They were outside. Okay, they were not inside the gas station. They were outside.
Yeah, a lot of things are like that. Doesn't mean we can have them. Okay, so you're just a kid. I mean, did you think like I'm taking these?
No,
Did you think like
no.
I should be sneaky about this?
Well, God, now you're making me feel awful about it.
Well, is the gas
This
station
was
still
like,
there?
no.
Well, you can write to Shell, and you could maybe we'll send them some of our rocks.
Okay, we can do that. Um, yeah, so I borrowed.
You have the
I
rocks.
found I found some rocks. Yes, I took the rocks home.
You came
I
into
put them in my
possession of the
hoodie.
rocks.
I sure did.
You put them in your hoodie. You knew you were stealing.
Well, I needed to put them away. You know.
Yeah. So
Yeah,
people
I
wouldn't
need.
get mad at you because you're stealing.
No,
And
you need to stop using that
you're a
word.
hooded thug.
Okay, you need to stop using that word because it's very not nice. Steal is not nice.
Right.
Okay, so I remember permanently borrowed
Yeah.
because I actually thought about it when I picked them up. I want to do something with these rocks.
Yeah. No one's
And
using
probably,
them. I'll put them
and
to good use.
and I took them home. I washed them,
Hmm.
and I washed them in the sink with like Joy, the dishwashing liquid.
Hmm.
Put them in a bowl and then
Which I'm
put
sure
water
your
in.
mother was happy about.
Yeah, so she probably wasn't watching. She was probably watching a novela. So
Mhm.
I washed them in soapy water and then rinsed it and then towel dried it. And then once they were dried, I started coloring them with my crayons.
Hmm.
And then I also found like some fabric and also some little tassels. I don't know if you ever saw, obviously it's way before your time, but back in the day, um, Latinos used to put like little tassels in their car, like all around the the window. What do you call the front window of the car?
Windshield?
The windshield to decorate it.
Yeah.
So they would, yeah, what they would decorate their car with like little tassels all
Yeah,
around,
really make it real classy.
Yeah, we were kind of stylish, So
Yeah.
we had some of that. I think my dad was gonna put them in our car, but my mom didn't let him. So I used some of those tassels to decorate some of my rocks and whatever else I could find.
What was your inspiration? What was your design aesthetic? If you're on Project Runway and you have to explain your rocks, how would you describe them?
My aesthetic was to make it as colorful and pretty so that I could sell them.
Okay.
I didn't have a theme. I didn't have an aesthetic. I just wanted to make it look like something that would pop. People say, "Oh, wow, that's nice."
Okay, how old were you?
Oh, I guess I was like about eight.
Okay.
Eight,
So that would put us at like 1973 or 4.
right.
The Pet Rock came out in 1975.
Look at that. I was way ahead of them.
You predate The Rock. You know what I think happened? Someone working at Shell watches this little girl steal some rocks
Permanently borrow.
and then paint them and then maybe try to bring them back to sell. And he thinks, he takes this idea and runs with it, makes
I
million
actually,
million
I, I
dollars.
actually, well, I actually sold most of my rocks, and basically, I know it's because people felt sorry for me,
How did you sell them?
to family,
Oh, how much did you sell them for?
like a quarter,
Oh,
10 cents a quarter.
oh, nice. How many
Yeah,
rocks do you think you moved?
about six.
Okay.
Yeah, yeah.
So what did
So
you take that money and reinvest in new materials? Maybe bigger rocks, shinier rocks,
no,
exotic rocks, import rocks.
that was the end of my rock venture.
Hmm. It sounds like it's all profit because you stole everything. So we could say you're a pretty smart young businesswoman.
Well, we need to use um, a word that's not as hostile as the one you keep on using. So can
Well,
we?
we should ask the victims which word they would like to describe you taking from them.
Right, but let's let's
If they
let's.
if they want to choose a different word, uh, then I'll
Well,
agree
I
with it.
did no. I found these rocks. You call them stealing, stole. I I was young. I didn't steal them because they were on the ground.
It's like,
Had
sorry,
I
officer, I found this stereo in that guy's living room.
Well, no, had I gone to inside the store and taken a candy bar, that is stealing because I took it from inside the store.
Let's move on.
Or had I, yeah. So, but yeah,
Before you
it was
incriminate yourself, I wonder when the statute of limitations is up on this.
for
And
rocks,
yeah,
for the rocks.
you're gonna get our podcast is gonna attract a lot of attention. We're gonna get a letter from Shell, to see them in court maybe about some
Well, we don't,
rocks.
we don't, we don't have the evidence anymore.
You just confessed on tape.
Well, you're taking it to that level. I'm telling you, I found the rocks.
Okay, so I want to. So even at this young age, you're making things because I mean, you don't really have a lot of toys at this time, do you?
No. I mean, we were not like dirt poor
Yeah,
playing with like sticks in the mud or anything
but
like
you
that.
couldn't
But
just walk into
my
Toys R
parents,
Us and point to
right,
whatever you
because my
wanted.
parents were always working, saving money so that one day we could buy a house.
Hmm.
So there wasn't that kind of disposable income where you got like the latest video game
Hmm.
or gym shoes or whatever. I mean, when we got our gym shoes, we would go to like they call it brick and mortar store. Like back
We
then it was
still
like
call it a brick and mortar store.
well, back then
Brick
it
and
was
mortar
like
means physical store.
right. We would go like to Zare or
So
Venture.
you're saying in the 70s you didn't shop online, you went to brick and mortar.
Right, and we
Okay.
would select our shoes from like if there was like this real big like bin in the middle of of like the expensive shoe section, and we would have to look for our size shoes.
Hmm. Like the
So
clearance discount
well, it wasn't
bin.
clearance, but it wasn't like the more expensive shoes that were on the shelf.
Yeah.
These were like the less expensive. I mean, every now and then we did go to like Milwaukee Avenue to like a nice shoe store in like for our first communion or a special event, we would get nice shoes from a nice shoe store. But other than that, we selected our shoes like from like the less expensive section in the big store.
Hmm.
It was like a Kmart,
Hmm.
or you know, a Walmart maybe,
Yeah.
something like that.
So you had to paint your own rocks. What else did you do? How else did you express your creativity? What other kinds of crafts?
Well, other than making that book bag from the cereal box,
Hmm.
um, that didn't take off because I only did it once. Um, Let me see what else did I make. I always wanted like a little kitchen set where little girls play in pretend house, like the stove and the refrigerator
Little kitchen
and
playset.
yeah, but we never got it. So when um my parents would buy like things that we needed for the house in a box that would come in a big box, I would save the box
Hmm.
and I would draw on that box like if it was big enough for the stove or the fridge, I would make a pretend stove or fridge and draw like the knobs and cut out like the doors and stuff. So that I would have that too. So
So you always found a way to keep yourself.
busy.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
sometimes your tremendous art skills led to you helping around the house, right? Like remodeling the bathroom at one point.
Yes, I did do that also.
Tell us about
Um,
this.
um, where we lived, the the bath. Well, they didn't paint the apartment when we moved in, and we didn't have like very nice like kitchen cabinets or like the bathroom was really outdated and dingy.
Mm.
So when my parents were away, I found a can of white paint, and I decided to paint the bathtub, the sink, and the toilet white.
Okay, how old are you at this point?
Oh God, I was young also. I guess that's why I got away with so much. I must have been about 8 or 9. Um,
So when you say paint the bathtub,
I grabbed a big brush, I opened the can, and I painted it like you were painting a wall. I painted the inside of the bathtub. I painted it because we had a can of white paint. And since it was embarrassing when our friends would come over and see that we had a dingy bathroom, I wanted it to be nice and presentable.
yeah, you had good intentions.
Very good intentions. So I painted it and I painted the sink also. Um, and I was so excited. I didn't know how long it would take to dry.
Mm-hmm.
Um, so when they came home, they were very angry with me
Yeah.
because I had painted the bathroom. They saw, I think my dad saw the bathtub. He wasn't aware of the toilet, so when he sat on the toilet, um, he got paint stains on him,
Yeah. We can
and
imagine.
yeah,
We're following.
and I don't know if I should be too descriptive about it, but or give more information. But it was, they were very, 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 very angry with
Yeah,
me.
yeah, we get it. Well, it was a different
Um,
time, Mom.
yeah,
They were
and
old school parents.
yeah. So the 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 bathtub did dry, the toilet partly dried, the sink did dry too. Um, so the bathtub, when people would take a bath, some of the paint would start to peel off, and it started clogging the bathtub. So so that took some time to fix.
Yeah.
Um, my dad didn't want to tell the landlord because she was going to get very angry. So he tried to like get what they call, I think, a big snake or something that you have to
Mm-hmm.
poke through
Mm-hmm.
the drain to pull out all this excess paint that had clogged it. Um, that took actually, I want to say, I don't remember exactly. I don't want to guess. I don't know how long it took for that to clear up, but they were not very happy with me. Although, like you said, I had very good intentions. And I did. I know I did. But I think I did a lot of things that they were very upset about, you know.
Well, but you had this kind of attitude of, I can make this better. I'm just gonna do it. I'm not gonna ask or check, or I'm just gonna try this. And you had,
Well,
you
I
wanted to
didn't.
make it look better. You wanted to beautify it.
I don't know if I had to ask. I just did it, you know. And I don't know if they ever told me ask.
Well, I don't
I
think
did.
I don't think the parents sit you down and say, if you want to paint the bathtub, please ask us first. I don't think that's a conversation that usually people have. I don't know. I don't remember you having that conversation with me.
No, no. But you know, it was. It was. I don't want to say it was fun, but it was interesting, the kind of things, you know, that I would do.
Yeah.
I remember doing Chaco sticks. What do they call, nunchucks?
Nunchucks.
When Bruce Lee was like, you know, just Bruce Lee is Bruce Lee, you know.
Super popular sensation. Everyone wanted to be
Yes,
Bruce Lee. Everyone was taking karate classes.
yeah. I mean, and we wanted nunchucks. Of course, we're not gonna get nunchucks, but so I decided to make some.
Yeah.
And so I remember taking the
Why did you
broom.
just decide to steal some?
No, you need to stop saying that word.
Okay. Why didn't you
So,
decide to borrow some from the local sporting
okay,
store?
so I don't think there was one. If there was, we didn't know about it. And I remember taking an old broom, really old, dingy broom, and cutting it with one of those knives, like razor knives.
Hmm.
I think Sandra helped me. We
Oh,
both did
nice.
this, so I didn't do that one by myself. And we cut up the broom and we made two equal pieces. And then we needed a chain to put them together.
Mm-hmm.
We didn't have a chain, so we borrowed one of my mom's necklaces. It was like,
Was this a temporary
and
borrow or a permanent borrow?
this was like a permanent borrow.
Okay.
It was one of her necklaces, and it was one that we were able to tack. That we used tacks, I don't know, little
Yeah.
nails, and we tacked it, and it would kind of kept on coming off. So we had to bend the nail over the stick so that the necklace wouldn't come out.
Hmm.
You know, but we made some nunchucks, and I think Sandra, when she flicked it, it 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 snapped,
Mm.
and it actually hit one of our friends who lived down on the same block. Can I say his name?
You can
No,
use
I'm
his
not gonna
first
say it.
name. It's fine.
I'm not gonna say his name. But he was one of our friends that always hung out with us because we were like a whole group. Remember?
Yeah.
We were like the whole group that always hung out and played at the park. But we, from time to time, would do stuff, to keep ourselves busy. And we made some nunchucks, and it hit him.
It sounds like a deposition at this point. Like nunchucks are made. He was hit, as can be expected.
Yeah, but I mean,
Did you get?
he didn't say anything because
He was
he
unconscious.
well, no, he wanted to play with the nunchucks too. You would think this is something we built. This is not gonna be good. How stupid can these kids be? But we were having fun. Oh, I said a bad word. I'm sorry. You know.
Hmm. So you found ways, and you just needed to always express yourself. That's what I see here. A young girl who
Yeah.
wants to share her ideas with the world.
And you know what, Tony? To this day, I still keep myself busy.
You keep all of us busy.
To this day, I'm always doing stuff. I'm always doing projects,
You always got something
multiple
up your
projects.
yeah. You're starting them always, and now we have this project where
Yeah,
we're
so I
trying to
have like,
contain it to 30 minutes at a time or something.
yeah, so, but it was fun. It was fun.
Well, but you pass that on to Julie and me, and Julie's always making stuff, and I always like to make stuff.
This is true.
Yeah, that's where we got it from, maybe.
Yeah, you see. So, what does Julie call it? I think Picasso did something like this. He called it found projects. He did two-dimensional art pieces with found projects. So I guess that's something that I learned how to do as well.
From him.
Well, I actually didn't know about him, but it's
So
cool.
now, yeah, you're just comparing yourself to Picasso in the way that
No,
Picasso can make amazing works. So can you?
not quite, but I always kept myself busy. I don't think there was ever really a dull moment
Hmm.
other than when we got punished for cleaning the bathtub or sneaking out of the house or
Okay, I think next week we need to get into the punishment episode. Maybe.
oh yeah.
So you have to go through your files and pull out all those memories
Go through the
uh,
stuff.
that you've hidden and locked away, and we'll do the. Or it's not going to be a depressing episode. We'll make it a funny episode.
Oh, thank you. Okay.
Everyone
I
has
feel I
these.
feel better about that.
Everyone from your generation has these old school stories of the ways they were punished for different things.
Don't you have any old stories like this as well?
Do you want me to tell you the stories? You're my mom, so I would be putting you on blast if I start telling the old school punishment
Okay,
stories.
okay, okay.
You could say it because we're talking about previous generations who aren't all with us or
Okay,
listening.
okay,
In my future podcast, I'll talk about you.
okay.
Okay?
Yes, yes.
So thanks for sharing all your crafty stories with us this
And,
week.
and yeah, can you strike that word that you kept on saying over and over because that doesn't sound like the steel. It's found objects
Mm.
or permanently borrowed to create art. This is community
Yeah.
work.
Okay, this is our
It's good.
disclaimer. This is our disclaimer moment.
Yes,
All the
this is community
stories
work.
are purely fictitious, and any connection to any real event is purely coincidental, right?
Yes, right. And like I said, it's found objects
Right.
that you're walking down the street and oh, look at what I found.
Look what I
It's
found.
like,
I found a dog.
oh,
I
you
found a
found
dog tied up to this pole.
No, like when you find a quarter
Yeah.
or you find a marble,
Or a mailbox.
Okay, Tony.
Okay, so thanks to everyone who's listening. You can listen to all of these episodes at acrossthestreettowoodenpark.com. You can subscribe so you never miss an episode. You can get automatic delivery by going to your podcast player. If you have an iPhone, you have the podcast app already. Just open it up, search for Wooden Park. You'll see the picture of the cute girl, tap subscribe, and every week you'll get every episode automatically downloaded. Or just visit the site directly once a week and you should see a new episode. And you can click play and enjoy these great, purely fictitious stories
Yes.
that can never be held against any of us.
Right.
Thanks to
Thank
Julie
you.
for the artwork. Thanks to Mom for the stories.
And thank you, Tony, for your collaboration in this amazing work that you're doing.
It's amazing. It is. Someone has to do it.
We're having fun. Okay.
See you all next week.
Okay, see you all. Good night.